right, it says we're live, so. I probably should. I just don't have the time. I'm working 80 a week. My ad agency's cool. We got the brands that you know. I am just so in love with this corporation. Hey, what's your name? What's your name? Hey, what's your name? What's your name? Hey, what's your name? Are you who you are? Are you just the same? Hey, what's your name? What's going on? Have you had enough? Are you just the same? Hey, what's your name? Hey, what's your name? What's your name? Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
Yo, what up, TascFam? I'm here at the at Bohemisphere with Jay the Wizard. We're just chilling on this cold
I'm gonna go take my jacket off.
winter night. Yeah, it's nice and warm in here.
You wanna take your jacket?
I'm good for now. Yeah. So usually, from now on, we're thinking about doing Wizard Wednesdays, but since there's an impending blizzard, it's gonna hit the Northeast tomorrow. We decided to bump it up a day ahead of time so that unveiling the pedal didn't have to wait another week because we're just super excited about something under here that we're going to unveil. So Jay and I decided, well, we instead of doing Wizard Wednesday this week, we should do Wizard Tuesday because Wizard Wednesday is going to be Blizzard Wednesday. So
And I'm pulling up the stream right now so we can live chat. We're on 4G tonight, so no computer.
Tricked y'all Tuesday.
You got it.
Hey, what's up, Jay, man? Good to see you. Hey, twin, what's up?
JMA definitely just on time.
Yeah, just on time. We started the stream a little bit early because it seems like the notifications have been going out a little bit later. So
And we snuck in some Bohemisphere
yeah,
recordings, so if you caught any of that stuff, we had Pogue Mahone by Alternative Ulster. We had my band Surmiser with Train Song. Had Kitty Fisher's Army with AEIOU. Pissing on the Third Rail by a band called Mr. Blonde. And the last song you heard was a rough mix version of a Be Cool Cowboy song called Hey, What's Your Name?
yeah, that was awesome. That's all stuff that's been recorded here at the Bohemisphere. So this couch is really awesome. It's very comfortable. I'm trying to look at the thing. Hell yeah, tunes were good. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna try to do some more tunes and.
Yeah, I think from here when we start our broadcast, it might be cool to give you a playlist of things that have just happened or have
that's
happened.
All pretty recent.
Yeah, most of that is pretty recent. I think the oldest one of those probably goes back to July or so. So it's not that we're within a year on all those tracks. I think.
Yeah, and we're live right now from the Bohemisphere from Jay's studio. So we figured what better way to bump some tunes that were recorded here. So.
Absolutely, and I'm sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I don't like monitoring off this device. It's kind of weird, but we'll do our best to keep up with the live chat between my phone and Mike's.
I'm trying to because the live chat's coming up on the screen up there, but I don't know.
It's coming
we'll do our
up
best
here.
Yeah,
but
we're just glad we're able to stream from Jay's studio here because the reception or the reception, right?
The 4G's a little weak sometimes.
Yeah. So luckily, it looks like good. I mean, how's the stream health out there for you guys? Because No. Yo.
It's showing you. All right, you're back.
So, oh man, just be the devil. Okay. Well, I guess we better unveil the prototype. What's Twin saying there? I'm at work. I don't know if my phone is affecting my stream at all. It's lagging a little, but I think it's my phone. It's back. Yeah. All right. We might have to move into the other room if we continue experiencing issues. There's a little bit better service out there, but that's just ironic. As soon as I said that, we dropped out. So,
Yeah, that kind of sucks. So,
but it's been good for the past like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. So,
yeah, I think so. Hey, Pete.
hey Pete, what's going on?
What's happening?
Good to see you.
Bill Jim showed up.
Bill Jim. Hey Mike, you hear that band song?
Which song?
Yeah, which one?
What song is it? Bill Jim.
I think the one he sent, right? Didn't you link one last time, Bill Jim? Or you recorded one as we were doing it?
Twin is hyped for this preamp.
Preamp fan.
I think he's been on for maybe a little over 10 minutes now,
Yeah.
and we've seen that now twice. So,
Yeah, huh?
yeah, huh. All right.
I think we checked it out last time after the stream, right? Because we didn't
Yeah.
get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was when it was at my house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, are you gonna make another one tonight, Bill Jim?
Oh, Skiz is here.
Yo, Matt, what's going on?
So I got it sort of like blown up on the screen right now. I don't
Oh,
know if
cool.
it'll only, I guess,
It's
come
like
up when-
delayed, but then we can see if it's gonna
well, if I turn it, we can keep it on the screen active best
Cool.
we can. All right, so we got this last week. You know, we were talking about maybe doing a TascFam Preamp clone for you guys,
Yeah.
and
I've been asking you for probably as long as I've known you and brought
I
up this.
think probably for probably better than a year now
Yeah.
at least we've been talking about
Been wanting this in
doing
pedal
this thing.
form.
So I finally got off my big ass and decided to throw this thing together. So it's boxed in a case that has been used for a bunch of prototypes in the past. There's extra holes and shit. Whatever. I didn't put knobs on it. Whatever.
It's a prototype.
It's a prototype in all its glory. Basically, this is a beefed up clone of and it's hiding under here. We're gonna do the unveiling. It's a beefed up clone of everything you love about the TascFam Preamp in your 414 and 424. But basically, it's improved in the interstage frequency handling. It's a little thicker even when it's clean, and TascFam Preamp, exactly.
TascFam Preamp about to be unveiled.
So, wider frequency range through the whole pedal even when it's clean. There's a wider sweep on the bass pot, so you can get even more guttural low end if you want it. And I changed the gain. I changed the gain pot so you can get either a whole lot less gain than the TascFam can do normally, or a whole bunch more, which yields some interesting results. And
actually, when I came in the first time I heard it, I thought Jay was playing bass through it, but he was actually playing guitar through it.
just a 6-string.
And it sounded so much low end on it. So this is good for a bunch of different instruments.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. It also has the so the input
should we give him a little?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. So the input is not only high Z for your guitar, but it also offers you an XLR mic input, and that mic input is transformer balanced, just like a pro grade console would be. You get not only the isolation, but you get a nice fat sound in and through. But it has the added benefit of being able to be used as a standalone conversion box. But also conversion box, because like a lot of times when I see bands, if they're running vocal effects, they'll have all kinds of stupid adapters and weird splitters and stuff to hook
Guilty.
like a 58 or a 57, a Shure mic into a guitar distortion pedal or whatever, and it's always kind of gangly and it doesn't really fit on the pedal board.
Shorts out.
Yeah, and
the high Z adapter always breaks.
Yeah, and there's a 9-foot long, turnaround sticking out the end of the thing with a bunch of shit plugged into it, which is not really great for your foot traffic when you're tap dancing pedals. So this box solves a lot of those problems. It's true bypass both, around the preamp. So if you have the high Z plugged in, the 1/4 inch for your guitar, let's say, that cuts the XLR input completely out of the circuit, transformer and all.
Is that cat face?
You cannot at this point, but we may work out a revision for that. This version is not set up to do that. It's one or the other. when you plug into the high Z, it completely disconnects the low Z, the mic input. But the true bypass will work in either capacity. So if you true bypass it with a mic plugged in, it becomes a low Z to high Z conversion box straight through.
Which is awesome.
And if you kick it back in, then you have all your gain, whatever you want. So if you want like, you know, just a little bit of grit, like guitar amp distortion vocals live, you can do it with this. If you want that to be like a screaming in your face, like can't control the monitor's feedback, you can do that with this box. Or you can just have it be a warm sort of, you know, TascFam preamp for your whatever your favorite mic is. And same goes for the guitar signal. You can use it just to warm up your dry guitar a little before you plug into something, or you can use it to totally abuse the front end of your amp and, you know, pump it way up, way up. I ran it this week after the prototyping was done. I was running it through a Champ that I had in for service, and what that thing can do to the front end of a Fender Champ sonically is, you know, pretty interesting,
gnarly,
pretty interesting stuff. So, any phantom power for the XLR? There's not phantom for the XLR in this box, but there is the idea that's on the sort of on the side table for right now. Hey, Surfing.
Hey, Surfing, what's up?
So there's an idea of making either a stereo or a 4-channel box, and that 4-channel box would have the option of not only phantom on the mic input, but also phase reverse and pad.
And also in like a rack unit.
Either a rack unit or a steel desktop enclosure, and you know we probably put that to a poll and see what you guys are most interested in, because not everybody's into big equipment racks and stuff. Some people just want a box they can throw under their arm. So
and this is for either, like you said, it's kind of in a format where it's like for desktop recording, or you could use it live. Or,
I mean, and the way that this box is laid out, right now the XLR is coming out the face to you, but the final version will have the XLR input on the side next to the 1/4 inch input. So the top interface is completely open and ergonomic. Yeah, Surfing's hanging out in a garage too.
Awesome.
So,
what's that one? Ruben.
You
send this song straight. Would I find a cassette deck? I couldn't catch that one.
Let's see. Sup. If I want to finish a song on straight cassette, would I need to find a cassette deck? Found a vinyl FM tuner cassette deck that records, but not sure how it'll work with the demo I made on 424. Sorry if the question is unrelated. Ruben, you could use pretty much any cassette deck that has record inputs on it to do your final master bounces. The quality of that deck and how clean it is and all those things will play a part in what the final sonic character is. But you can absolutely do it with what you're talking about, as long as it, the belt's good and everything works. Just make sure you're monitoring your levels on any meter that it might have on the front, so you don't overdrive it accidentally. But so without further ado, I'm going to take this lovely flat brim. Do you want to zoom in? Would you like to?
Yeah. I'm gonna get a close-up shot of this thing. We'll do a little cameraman work here. Let me spin this around. All right, guys. Oh, wait a second. All right, Jay. This is it. The moment you've all been waiting for. The TascFam Preamp prototype number 001.
So you have your volume and your gain, bass and treble, XLR input,
which will be on the side,
which will be over here. The jack would be centered, or the foot would be centered, and then your output in the standard spot is powered by a standard 9-volt Boss adapter, and it'll have a nice sort of aqua color LED in it when we're done, and some pretty fancy ass knobs.
And this hole is just an extra hole.
Yeah, that hole. The last thing this was a preamp prototype for a FET clone of a Sovtek MiG 100.
Matt's just taking my money already. We will.
Yeah,
Give
we'll
us a
get to that.
second.
We'll get to that. So should we hear it? I mean,
Yeah, you guys want to hear
Let's
it?
put it up to a vote.
All right.
Do you guys want to check it out or what?
Yeah, let's. Why don't you guys type in a 1 if you want to hear it, and we'll see what we can do.
Give me a 1. Give me a 1.
Or yes, yeah, Y's work too. If you guys want to do that. All right, Jumbo.
Chat EQs are cut and boost. Oh, I think we got dropout.
Looks like I'm still
Shit.
going, man. I'm getting
yeah?
I'm getting 1s across the board. Hey, Michael.
You
Bill
guys still
Jim
with
said
us?
8. I don't know. Yeah, you guys still there? I mean, it looks good from here, but
I don't know. It looks shitty on my screen. I'm not sure. How's that stream looking?
sweet, you're back. All right, let me go over into the corner over here where we got better service.
Dropped a bit, but it's working now. Yeah, it's dropping.
Oh shit, everybody's dropping out. All right, we'll wait a second.
You want to put it back up on the stand, maybe?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back up in our spot here. Fuck. Kind of working. All right. Damn, stream's cutting out. Oh my gosh. It's all a ploy. It doesn't actually work. No, fuck. All right, guys, are we back? All right. Well, once this comes back hard, we're gonna demo
I think
this
we're
thing.
back.
Yeah, Jay. Shit. Oh yeah, Twin. We're about to do.
You, because that's how I was playing it.
Sounds
so
good. Good.
We'll take the. Let me maybe give it a little bit more input gain. Hello, hello. All right, you should be hearing me pretty clear now.
Yeah.
So this is with the bass and treble cut. I'll go ahead and boost the bass. Bass. I don't know if you can hear that out there. And then the treble will bring up. And that brings the treble up. Okay. So now. Oh, I have the. Okay. So this is the max clean sound.
Which sounds good.
Which is just pretty much a clean
Just
mic.
a clean mic preamp.
And then as you roll the gain up, you got to bring
Oh,
the level down. And then we get. Where are we? Hang on a second. Nope. Let's try that.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. So here we are. That's our clean. Sorry. So this is our clean with the treble max and with the bass max with it. And then I'm going to bring the volume down overall so I can bring the gain up. And then when we start bringing the gain up,
This is where the crunch is
we
gonna
start
happen.
getting into the crunchy stuff and probably a little feedback. And right about there is where we start getting into distortion. And then at the top of the knob, you get basically this, which is full out TascFam, whatever. The feedback's killer, but that's why you don't do things like this in front of control room monitors, I guess. So there's that thing, and
Yeah, we're feeding back a little bit, but
yeah, well, that's a ton of gain.
yeah.
But basically, if you, I could ring that out in the DAW, but I'm not gonna mess with it. We're gonna move on to guitar, and I'll play you some bad guitar. But so that's the overall effect of the thing.
Let's show them how
Basically with
this
a microphone.
cuts out too.
And then when you
Hook
Well,
up
here.
okay.
you talk to
Yeah,
me.
so this is Mike coming at you live.
From the TascFam Preamp right here. I wanna live where it's fall forever, 'cause I don't think I'll make it another winter. Yeah, so I mean, this is pretty much what I did in the video with the PD amp. I distorted it through the saturation circuit of that amp. And I don't know, as you can see, this works just as well. And I'm actually really excited to actually have this pedal in my possession, because Jay's going to let me take it home tonight and mess around with it. So on the stream tomorrow in the Blizzard, I'll definitely try to test some stuff out too. But you can kind of get what's going on. Yeah, punk AF for show.
And now what happens now? Look, Jay hooked up the guitar, and it cuts the signal to the mic. So now this is dead.
And that's our max gain sound, basically.
Yeah,
And I'll give you a clean hit for the sustain aspect. I'll wait. But you don't have to use the high gain to make it
Yeah, that's
effective
all the
for
way
your
up?
guitar. That was gain all the way up.
Yeah, so that's like max gain. So yeah, I mean, it is the TascFam Preamp. As you can hear, it's like really fuzzed out. It's sick. Can you clean the fuzz up with the guitar's volume knob?
To an extent.
Yeah, you can, Twin.
Yeah, but if you turn the gain all the way down too and bring your volume up, well, you probably gotta bring it up on the guitar would be good too.
Ooh, that sounds great, man.
Make sure you're not clipping your front end, which I definitely am right
Yeah, a
now.
little bit. There you go.
So with it totally clean, if you like sort of center your controls or whatever.
Bring that gain back in.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of a prototype.
You pull this back out and we get the mic back on. Now the mic is back.
Well,
Should be back.
if I oh yeah.
Check it.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, so that's what I think one of the most compelling aspects of this pedal is something Jay built into it, which is what it does right here. And that is you can have a mic plugged into it and say you're recording or something and you have a mic sound that you really like coming out of the preamp, then you can just simply leave the mic plugged in, say you're recording, which is something, it's almost like using two inputs on the mixer. And so now what's going to happen is as soon as Jay puts in the 1/4-inch cable into here, the signal from here, this gets muted, Jay, or what would you say?
Yeah, it gets disconnected
It gets disconnected.
by this input.
So now as soon as he plugs that in, boom, now the guitar is in. You can leave it plugged in, which is not really something you can do, to my knowledge, with other pedals of this. Or
I'm not really sure. Most builders don't include a balanced mic
some
input.
say
so-
like if you plug two, do not plug two into this because it'll literally like fry it or
well, if you plug two into this, literally nothing will happen, but you'll have two
You know.
things hooked to it, and the high Z preamps the low Z.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna have to make some just straight up. I mean, this is obviously still a work in progress, but we're gonna definitely.
Give me a little fuzz on there. See, I mean, like,
This is exactly why I wanted Jay to build me this pedal, even if this prototype is just mine and that's as far as this goes, because I'm gonna use this thing like every day, just to like talk by myself in my room because it's awesome. So I mean, that's something I'm really pumped about, and I'm really excited to have a TascFam preamp that's not my 4-track, because then I can just hook this direct up. I can bring this live. We can use it on recordings. Other people can just take this. If we make a 4-channel version, you basically won't need the. Well, obviously, if you want to record the cassette, then you can do that. But you know, this is going to be really, for me, at a minimum, this is going to be unreal. And I can't wait to make some more demo videos of this. Like, well, you know, once we figure out what we're our plan is for this. I don't know. Should we get into what we're thinking in terms of not distribution, but what our plans with the pedal are, Jay?
Um, yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to cover it, I'm just going to catch up for
All
just
right.
a
Yeah. So
second here.
Jay's gonna catch up on that. I don't know.
I had a question about what kind of transformers in there, so I'm going to just answer that
Oh,
quick
yeah,
and
sure.
print. And
So
actually, the prototype uses what I have in it right now is I think it's a Zycon unit. It's just a little Mauser transformer. But the final version will use a Panasonic step-up transformer is the plan at this point. And I'll pull it up and let you know what the exact spec is of that, because at the moment it escapes me.
yeah, and Jay was saying he could also do, um, like basically upgrades if people have specific upgrades they want to do.
Yeah, I mean there are.
You're saying the op amp too is like.
Well, the op amp in this is socketed, so if you were, I used a 4558 op amp in this, which is what you use, what you get in your Tascam. Do you want me to shut that off?
No, I just muted it.
Okay. That's basically what you get in your Tascam stock, but you could also run 5532, TLO72, LF353. You could chip roll this pedal if you really wanted to. You could experiment with different op amps.
Which is something we still might do a little bit, right?
Well, I mean, I think to keep with like the traditional style of the Tascam thing, you kind of want to stick with that 4558, but there's no reason you couldn't swap it. And 4558 is a pretty slow chip. Its slew rate is a little smeared and stuff. The faster the slew rate, the more sort of like hi-fi you can get, which usually in a guitar sort of effect equates to crispy stuff. So if you wanted this thing to be crispier and kind of funkier even than it is, you could most certainly just swap that out for a 353, or you could spec it and I'll do it for you.
But so in other words, there's this thing is modifiable. Is that a word?
Yeah.
There's
Right now it's actually running 1-to-1, so it's gain in, gain out minus the insertion of the transformer. But I could sub that for a Jensen transformer or a Cinemag or a Lundahl. It could be basically anything, and I have part numbers for ones that are compatible with this pedal, and I sort of have price quotes on that whole thing. If you guys wanted, for some reason, if you needed to have a super clean Jensen transformer, in front of your Tascam preamp, I don't know why you would, but if you wanted to, we could do that, and I have parts spec that work, and it's definitely an option, but not a cheap option.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is pretty much, Jay was messing around with this pretty much all day, right?
Here we go. Sorry. The input transformer I spec'd is actually a Triad Magnetics unit. It's got a single primary, dual secondary. You can either run it 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. So I'll run it backwards. I'll run it forward 1-to-2. Yeah, so step up 1-to-2.
Cool. I don't know what that means, but
yeah. Well, when you
just give me the pedal.
Well, there's yours.
Can't wait to take this
Pull
thing
the screen
home.
back up. Let's see where we're at here.
Yeah, there's options in order to modify it. The other thing is, I mean, at some point we're gonna be testing this out for the next couple of weeks and doing some stuff with it. I'm gonna take it home, put it through its paces, throw it through my tube amps and stuff, and maybe we'll change a couple minor things. But I think for the most part, this is gonna be the pedal. And at some point, we're going to be looking to do a Kickstarter to see who's interested in getting one. I think we're going to either that or just have a batch of 10, and that's going to pretty much be it. So
Skiz wants to hear it on a synth on the mini log.
Oh, okay.
And Catface says, do the other Tascam and Yamahas use the same op amp? I don't know for sure, but sort of broad spectrum across the industry, you'll find the use of 4558s and TLO72s in just about every damn thing there is, especially in sort of like the, let's call it prosumer grade, right? Like the sort of hobbyist and more budget kind of gear, and even like up into Mackie stuff, you know, like everybody's using the same stuff, man.
It's a pretty common.
Kitty Fisher's Army. Steve, the drummer, wants to become an investor. Well, let's talk, Steve. I'll put your face on it for the right number. So let's see.
Well, yeah,
John
we're
Pittman,
definitely
can you explain? Sorry.
no,
Can you explain more about how to use that with guitar pedals like delay and reverb on vocals? John, if it were me, I would use that as the preamp and converter ahead of a whole chain of whatever effects you want. You can plug your mic right into the side of the finished unit, and
Just put your delay right here.
you know, well, yeah, you can put your delay straight on the output, or you can feed it into other modulation things, whatever you want. I mean, once it makes its way through this box and reaches the output here, it's in effect running at the same level as, you know, every other guitar pedal would be. So you could literally hook it to anything. If you always wanted to hear your vocals through like a 3-knob Memory Man from '76, like, this is your joint. This is what you need for that.
Do you have a 3-knob Memory Man from 1976?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Let's do it. We're actually gonna hook that up, John, and see what we get. Jay has a whole chest of toys over there that he's going through right now to get the Memory Man. So let's hear what it sounds like through the TascFam Preamp into a vintage Memory Man. Here it is right now. So this is gonna be sweet. Yeah, I mean, Steve, the drummer from Kitty Fisher. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a run of like 10 of these. So, you know.
Let me get another patch cable.
Yeah, we're just gonna get another patch. But that's the initial plan. We're gonna have some kind of Kickstarter page, and that's it. We're gonna make 10 of them. If you want one, we gotta still work out some stuff on the back end. We're still gonna be prototyping, testing it out, working on some art. So.
And it's worth mentioning that Will has really thrown in some cool artwork
Yeah,
ideas.
Will, I don't know if you're out there tonight, buddy, but.
Hey, hey, ha ha, hey. So I don't know where we are here. Ha ha, yeah.
I put one.
Hey. There it is. So you want to know about echo
Here you go, John.
and delay, John?
John Pittman.
John
Are you still out there, John?
Pittman.
John, are you out
John
there?
Pittman.
Are you out there?
John, are you out there, John? It's the Twilight Zone.
Come in.
It's the Twilight Zone, John. Johnny John. So yeah. You want to know how it works? 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 This is how it works.
This is how it works, fellas.
This is how it works, fellas.
Ladies.
And ladies. And ladies. Oh. This is how it works.
Yeah, if you want an easy way to go into your pedals and use your pedals as an effects.
Experience the majesty. The majesty.
Nice, dude.
So there you go.
So that's a TascFam Preamp. That's something it can do.
That's, yeah. Is this what LSD feels like? I don't know. Probably.
It's different for everybody.
Holy fuck, that sounds so good with delay. You're welcome. Is there anything else I could hook it to show you guys?
Yeah.
I got everything.
Do you guys want to hear anything else through it?
Flangers, phasers.
Let's hear the clone theory. You got a clone theory sitting around?
Yeah, I do. Sure.
All right.
So you
I'll
take this.
I'll take this. Let's put this on. Oh, no, I can go dirty. All right. Yeah.
Well, it's gonna hum for a minute.
Yeah.
I'll put that one away. Hang on. No, that's off. It's disconnected right now.
Oh, sweet. Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna grab a clone theory. It's one of the pedals, one of Jay's favorite pedals, and I actually got one because Oh, Matt thinks he pooped a little. Yeah, we hit that frequency, Matt. Sorry about that.
He said what?
Matt pooped a little bit. Um,
That's what you get, boy.
you gotta watch out.
So I gotta this is like fresh off a pedal board, so I'm gonna
Yeah. We're gonna
gonna
pump
cut
the
that.
vocals through the clone theory just to see what that sounds like and get an idea again.
gotta
We're using
figure
another
out
vintage
something to cut this
EHX pedal. It's one of Jay's favorite pedals. And once I started hanging out with Jay, I actually was like, I need to get one of these too. I got one. He hooked it up. He put on some, put an LED in it, cleaned it up for me.
True bypass.
True bypass. Like
sort of
Jay,
shit.
yeah, Jay's the wizard, man. That's what I'm saying.
So this is a clone theory. I think this one's from like '78 or so. This has the original. This has the original.
Hey.
I might have to turn this one on. I don't remember. Talking to that?
Talking to that. Is this one on?
That is on. What did I do? Oh.
Check 1 2. Checkity check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Oh yeah, it's very subtle, right? Yeah, I can hear it a little bit. We're currently putting this through a vintage clone theory. It's an old chorus pedal type thing. It's actually like a weird pedal, right? It's not quite a chorus. But yeah, you can kind of hear I'm like almost phasing in and out, or my, it sounds like I'm going through a chorus, man. Hey, man. So it's pretty groovy stuff. But yeah, this is another example of what you could use the TascFam Preamp for. Another thing I'm pumped to use it for. Because I used to have to do really strange setups to get this kind of a feel. I used to use the R to do this, but I'm actually really excited to be able to use this gain knob right here to get this thing pumping. I think I'm gonna wind up feeding back, yeah. So, but that's pretty wicked right there. But yeah, you can hear it like starting to come in more. But yeah, this thing is pretty sick. I mean,
So I'm gonna.
all right, we're gonna go into the poly chorus. We're gonna try a poly chorus right now. Why not?
So this is a reissue that I bought as non-working, and somebody had really, put that next to you.
Sure.
Somebody had really dicked it up, but this is the one that ends up on all the records I do here. When
This is one that has a
calls
transformer
for
in it, right?
Yeah, somebody added a transformer, so it's a little noisier than maybe should be, but
For the purposes of this, oh yeah, that's really smooth, man. I like that. Hey, this is Mike from Planet Zine Time. Hey, what's up? Hey guys, what's going on? We got the, we're just working on this,
you're in bypass.
we're in bypass. Check 1 2, check 1 2 1 2. Check. Oh wow, let's get. Yeah, so I mean, we're doing vocals right now through this. It sounds pretty cool. That's awesome. Filter Matrix sounds like what's that band with the 2 robot guys?
Like every band that came out in 2008.
Yeah. There's a one where they look like 2 robot guys and they're like I don't remember. I can't think of the name. They did the song for anyway. Yeah, I mean, this just gives you an example of some of the wacky stuff you're going to be able to do with the TascFam Preamp, or what I'm going to be able to do, because this prototype, it's all me. Jay said I'm not allowed to buy one. I have to get the preamp. I have to get the prototype, and that's my personal one. So, but I'm really pumped. I'm going to take this thing home, make some demos with it. Do some demos with it. Eventually we're going to have official video demos of this prototype, but until we can figure out exactly what we're going to do with it, I want to give you guys a little sneak peek. And this is like just something you can do with a friend. If you want to just sing into it, your friend wants to affect your voice until it feeds back or self-oscillates, and that's something you can do. But so, that's me.
Yeah, so this is just a little bit taste of what you can do with the TascFam Preamp. What else do you guys want to hear through it while we're sitting here? Sing something. Jay, want to do the honors?
No.
I want to live where it's fall forever.
Didn't you do that one already?
I did. That's my go-to right now for testing things out.
All right.
But yeah, guys, I mean, TascFam, this is what it's all about. All right, I'm gonna take a look. Drum machine. Oh man. All right. Yeah, I'll pump through my Digitakt through this tomorrow.
All right, I got a here. How about an
Wait.
SR16?
How about an SR16? Oh yeah, we got the Alessis actually. Yeah, let's do the drum machine.
Do the drum machine through it. Why the fuck not? Why not?
Why not?
I don't care.
All right, we're hooking up the Alessis. What is it? S16.
Yeah, SR16.
SR16. Acoustic guitar. Oh, that's a good.
I got one of those too.
Sick.
We have to put you in there to do it.
Oh, in there.
Yeah, because it'll need so much gain with a dynamic that it'll feed back in here.
Do you have a pickup in it or no?
pickup in the acoustic? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
John, did you see the distort my acoustic guitar video? You probably, I think you did, right? Drum machine through the memory man. That's an idea. TascFam Preamp. TascFam Preamp. That sounds awesome. I think we found a new use for it.
Yeah. Let's find a pattern.
Let's go, yeah.
I don't know. These are all stupid fucking things.
There's like a rock pattern.
I don't know how you get to like the factory patterns though. Here we go. Rap 3, blues, funk.
Is that the memory man handy?
It's in the other room. Yeah, so that's part of that. I don't know how that's hard rock. I'm not really sure. Let's just go to rock. You could be Blur.
I got my head straight by a jumbo J. We're currently hooking up the deluxe memory man. I think Matt requested this one. Yo, this thing is sick, man. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, we're running the Alessis SR16 through our TascFam Preamp creation, emulating the front end of the TascFam 42414, and then out through our vintage memory man here, just giving it a little bit of flavor as to what's going on with our pedal creation. And it looks like we're going to be hooking up this. What is this one?
This
now?
is an Ibanez PT9 phaser from probably the 70s also.
Oh, this is like Tame Impala shit right now. This is cool, man.
Yeah, let me catch back up on the stream. Yo, he said, Twin said, spit some hat bro rhymes.
Yo.
Daft Punk a whole bunch of times.
Oh,
if you
Daft Punk.
Actually,
That's
if you want,
what it is.
wait, if you want Daft Punk, we'll hook it through the 3630 compressor. Watch this.
Yo, my name is Hat Bro.
Whoa.
That bro. With the hat, bro. What is this tune to?
Standard E.
Really?
That's a 3630 compressor.
We're pumping it through the 3630. Oh, I missed that one. Whoa, that's cool.
Bill Jim said, make that bullfrog sound again. That's probably with the poly chorus, I'm guessing. Yeah, John, that is Nashville Strung. I did a record with a friend of mine up here, and he had sort of like a gentle ballad kind of song that he wanted to do. It was sort of like an anti-suicide piece, and he laid down the vocals to a click track and then went home, and I was looking for something that sort of airy that fit, but didn't use the standard guitar sound because it didn't really fit the track in my mind. So I strung that shitty Telecaster copy up, and we made that track, and we had one of the Felice brothers play some accordion on it, and it really came out super nice. He had some guest vocals and stuff on there, and so yeah, it is Nashville Strung.
That's okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's tuned to E, but that extra octave above. Bill Jim. I record my bands when they come in here. We're going into a DAW, which is next to me. Someday we'll be rolling tape up here, but the closest thing I have to tape at the moment is ADAT. He said he bets bass. Yeah, hold on, we'll get you a bass. Here, Mike, give him some bass. Here,
Thank you.
take that.
Yeah, when Jay first came over, Jay was pumping this through the pedal. Clipping.
Probably.
Alright, we're about to throw some bass through the TascFam Preamp. See what we got.
Hold on. All right, play. So this is with the gain all the way up. And if you turn that's with the EQ out. I have no idea if you can hear that low end, but it's pretty gnarly in here. Alright, catch back up here. Where are we at? So let me get back to... So if we clarify what bass sounds like through it.
Sounds sick!
So Bill Jim, yeah, I record mostly to digital. Someday I'll have either an 8 or a 16 track up here, but I record ADAT when people ask about it. I have a mono tube, reel-to-reel, 3.5-inch reels that I can bring in for things if we need effect. I can record to Webcore wire recorder from the 1940s if you really want some crazy effects. But most of it's going through a DAW. I'm using a Focusrite to do my main conversion, but most of my inputs are going through a Mark of the Unicorn 2408 MK2, so I can bypass all the front end garbage and cloudy sounds of that Focusrite. I don't really like it. But behind me is a whole rack of preamps, and we'll show you guys that too. Most of my sounds are based on not only the way the room sounds, but also the mic choices, but then it all comes down to this front end behind me, and there's all kinds of funky stuff. Most of it's things I've acquired and repaired and modified, whatever. So it's all there. Let's get back up again. Where am I? Jumbo said organ. I don't have an organ, but I do have a keyboard. So you guys, you want to hear a keyboard through this thing?
Yeah, let's do it. When in Rome.
Oh yeah, with a synth.
We're still streaming?
We still live out there, right? Yeah, you guys can
We
see
can
me.
cut out.
I don't think so. All right, Skiz, let me go get. I got a cheap Yamaha keyboard. I have a French horn. Sure, Tom. Oh yeah, funny that you would put that there. I don't have a harmonica twin. No, I don't. Sorry. Even if I did, it would be horrible. Kind of like the French horn. So yeah, let me get that keyboard set up.
Yeah, this thing is sick. I can't wait to take it home. I'm gonna be there's a blizzard coming through tomorrow, so if you guys didn't catch, that's why we're doing this tonight. Usually we're gonna do Wizard Wednesdays, but tomorrow's gonna be Blizzard Wednesday. So we're doing this a day ahead. But tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming again from the blizzard at my house. I don't think Jay is gonna be there, pretty much because I wouldn't expect him to come over in this blizzard snowstorm. But yeah, I
would
can't.
do it,
I'm gonna
but-
mess around with this thing all night.
I
So,
would do it, but it's
I don't know. I'll throw it through the mini log mat, so that'll be cool. And I'll throw it through some other stuff. I got my Digitakt. I'll throw it through that and see what we got.
I just gotta find the power supply for this thing.
I'll throw
real
the
quick.
silver tone through it. It's gonna be dope.
So we're on hold for this, but I'll be right there with you.
But yeah, this thing is super exciting. I've always wanted something like this, and I'm really glad that Jay was the man to make it for me. And I'm just excited also to share it with the channel. And you know, a lot of you guys are obviously into cassette recording and TascFam 4-track recording, and just 4-track recording and recording in general. I think this is just going to be a really cool piece of gear that it's something that I've wanted. You know, and I think that's always a great place to start when you're making something. Is, you know, what do you want to see out there in the world that's not there? And maybe there's some stuff like this out there, but not quite in this formulation. And I'm really pumped to be able to use it without having to use my 4-track. Obviously, I like my 4-track, but I mean, having the front end of it, that's kind of what I did in the video yesterday with the distorted guitar and the Neutral Milk Hotel sound or whatever. Because I'm pretty sure that's what they used for that, for those recordings and the early Neutral Milk Hotel stuff that's on Elephant 6 on the tapes and stuff. Kind of defines their sound. But that's, at least from what I've read about it and interviews with Schneider and those dudes, like, that's essentially what they were doing. So, but what's cool, and this is what I'm getting at, is that to be able to do that without having the 4-track, but having basically the 4-track preamp built into this pedal, it's kind of a no-brainer for me in my setup, and something I'm really looking forward to using in terms of my DAW setup and going straight into the computer. So, I don't know, it's gonna be pretty dope.
So I'm gonna play some really
We're getting the keyboard hooked
poor
up right
quality keyboard for you. And this keyboard actually we used on a plethora of things at this point. But let me see here. I'm gonna unplug that memory man.
now. I'm gonna unplug the bass.
So we got juice there.
Volume's all the way down.
So yeah, I mean,
That's awesome. Clean's right up if you want to clean, but then you can really fuzz it out. That sounds really cool. It's actually going through this phaser too right now. That's like just straight through the TascFam. Now this is with the phaser. Gain rolled back a bit Take some of that treble out. You see it gets pretty quiet. But now I'm going to put the gain back in. Yo, that sounds cool, man. Wow, that's really cool. What do we got? So that's a keyboard through the TascFam Preamp.
Said, oh yeah, dig that.
I think everything we've thrown at it sounds really cool.
What would it sound like with your Sans amp? Dude, you don't need a Sans amp once you got this pedal.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. I think it would.
Shameless plug.
It would add a
Silvertone,
layer of fuzz.
Silvertone into preamp into the super reverb. Mike will have to do that at his joint because he doesn't
Yeah,
have his guitar with
I
him
could
tonight.
totally do that.
But that definitely could be done. I don't have a harmonica. Yeah, I think we covered that already. Can you play any Wesley Willis? You must be kidding. I'm terrible at that keyboard. So horrible. So like, God, basic beginner, rudimentary. You can play circles around me. I have like sausage fingers that don't do things.
Mr. Sausage Fingers.
John Pittman. Man, that's such a useful tool. So cool to see the premiere live. Yeah, well, I mean, sort of like the live realm is where we're, getting the most feedback from you guys. And, if it's a family, like you want to give your family news live around the dinner table. We don't have a dinner table. We got a coffee table.
We got a coffee table.
And we're in the control room.
Yeah.
And,
This is cool. I'm really, it's so exciting to be able to share this with you guys. And, like I said, I figured this is something I've always wanted, and I figured it would be something that you guys, as people who enjoy the videos I'm making with the, TascFam 424, seems like a no-brainer to share with you guys. So, we're gonna keep like messing around with it. I don't know. I think this was a great test of what it can do because we threw like literally almost everything. I don't know, everything we wanted to throw at it, with the exception of acoustic.
Do you want me to? Should I? Give me ones on the screen if you guys want to hear what it sounds like with a mic'd acoustic.
Yeah, we got to set it up. Guys, sorry about the chat. I'm kind of behind here. I think the drum machine, drum machine sounded cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, Matt.
John Pittman wants to hear the acoustic mic. The cat face is down. All right, I'll do it. So just chill. Yeah, chill. Keep them entertained, and we'll.
Almost tripped over the table.
Get some joint hooked up.
Man, that would have been awesome. The first stumble on live stream history if I would have fell over the coffee table.
They call that the bloopers reel.
Yeah, that would have been a straight up blooper. So Jay is getting the acoustic set up, which is going to be really cool. And I think something else I want to do is just A/B it with some of the TascFam stuff I've done and see what happens. Too many cookies, yeah, too many cookies. That's the name of the game over here. But yeah, so Jay's setting up the acoustic. Jay, I can't believe how I guess it just goes to show anything you throw at like put some fuzz on is gonna sound really cool. But this pedal handles it really well. And I think it's cool because you,
know,
can use it live and also in the
This is the thing.
studio.
This is the thing I like about that pedal and that design, especially with the tweaks, or even in stock form, sort of. It does what it does without ever getting super brassy and be in a can sounding, which is the problem with most high gain distortions, and especially when you use them as a mic preamp,
Yeah.
they get very fuzz buzz and
Yeah.
like
That's a really good
like
point.
a yellow jacket in an empty soda can. That's not pleasant for anybody.
Yeah.
So let me finish this setup.
Very musical. It's a very That's what I've always thought about the TascFam preamps and TascFams in general, is that they kind of become their own instrument. You know, I see a lot of bands like Klingerholt. I always reference them because they're met them through the channel, and they use TascFams live as instruments. You know,
Yeah, why not?
and I think that's the beauty of the
there's
the
also-
Tascam, is that it feels like an instrument. It adds its own flavor, its own charm.
There's also a band called Spreaders from they're down by New York City or in New York City someplace.
I think you showed me them.
Yeah,
That
and
sounds familiar.
those guys they work with live tape loops based on on the they're either using Tascam or Fostex, but 4
Yeah.
tracks nonetheless.
That's cool. But
So,
the
I'm almost ready
sonic
to go.
possibilities for this, we're almost ready for the acoustic. But I don't know. I'm super pumped. I'm gonna take this thing home tonight, run through its paces. I'm gonna be back on the stream tomorrow from 424 HQ. I don't know. We're just gonna be talking, hanging out. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays are gonna be the stream days. We're gonna try to do Wizard Wednesdays, but obviously with
So
the
I'm
Blizzard-
gonna be in the other room.
Cool.
This is the guitar,
This is nice, man.
and
What's that, a guild?
yeah, this is a '70s
Oh
guild
my god, can I have this?
6-string. Well, you can play it after I play it.
Oh, okay.
So we still got tracks up. There's compression on
You
these
need me to
two.
go? Oh, Jay's gonna play over there. I don't want to move the camera though because of the.
No, don't.
Okay.
You'll just hear it.
All right, I'll fuck with this.
Let me just make sure you got. Are we bypassed?
You want to press it?
Press it. No, press it again.
I think we're good.
All right, there you go.
It's true bypass, right?
It is.
Yeah. I don't know if you mentioned that.
I did. I may have to bring the interface volume back up just because we had.
Yeah, I'll make sure we don't clip it.
You're actually there's a compressor in line right now, so it should be okay.
Oh, okay.
This may not be in tune, so this might be some Calvin Johnson kind of shit. Like fucking. Can you hear it on the monitors?
Yeah, it's like instant Jeff Mangum for sure. This is another technique I didn't do in the video, but you can mic up your acoustic like this. I just have the pickup in mine at home, so I'll check it out tomorrow though, or tonight. Nice. My bad.
I don't know what to play for you. No idea.
Play that song you're just playing.
In the Pines.
Too much gain, my bad.
I'll play a Nirvana song.
Yeah,
which
do it
I
up.
guess In the Pines ended up being anyway, but.
I mean, you can hear it picking me up, but you could just sing. You could mic up. Go live, and just sing and play guitar and mic it through this too.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Because I can hear you great.
I'm sure you can. What up, TascFam?
Say hi to the people.
Yo, hi, people. I'm trying to think of like any song that I could sing and play by myself.
Play a little wiser. You know the riff.
I don't think I could sing that and play it. I haven't practiced that one. Which is the only part I probably could play. So, I don't know what how to fucking goes. What are the chords?
So it'd be like A, and then what is that, D, and then down to B, back up to G.
Because I'm playing it different than you do, but yeah, that's fun.
That's cool, man. So that's an unexpected use of the TascFam Preamp. Is, I don't know, plugging one mic in, distorting it, and singing along with it.
See, the TascFam Preamp should not just be thought of as a live effect. You can mic kick drums and shit with it. Anything you want to do. I mean,
yeah.
You could probably. I could set up a room mic if I had a snare on my kit right now and give you that. I mean, it's, could do anything with this preamp.
Yeah.
I should have set up.
Because it is a preamp, after all.
You want to see this?
What's that?
Acoustic?
Yeah, I'll try to fuck around with it.
Let me pull the stream back up here.
But yeah, that's a pretty cool use for the preamp, is that you can do some funky stuff with it.
Yeah, Tom, I don't think I can really do anything with Surmiser songs without like the full band. That's sort of trickier than you might think. Yeah.
Does that sound over there good?
I recorded it so you can hear it back.
Oh, sweet. We recorded it so we can hear it back and then put it back through the TascFam.
I don't know about that. That's a lot of TascFam.
I guess that I'm over it, ready to face the day with my pants on. Shit talking, talking wild, little wiser, little wiser. Shit talking, talking wild, little wiser, little wiser. At night I lay thinking about my parents, how they get older, older and older. Wishing vampire would stop by and turn me on travel time and make the earth free. Get talking, talking wild, little wiser, little wiser. Get talking, talking wild, little wiser.
Yeah, John, that's all one mic, man. Surfing, this studio actually is in the entire upper floor of a garage, which is why it's funny that everybody's talking about garages. This used to be a wide open bonus room, and I built it out to suit my purposes, you know. But it's in the woods all by itself with a cemetery out back, and you know, so it's sort of a rad place to be. Yeah. So let's see. Should I put up a drum mic so they can hear it that way?
Hell yeah.
You
I don't
want-
know. See if they want to
You
do
guys want to hear the TascFam with the just a single drum mic, overhead room mic? Give me ones. One for the drum mic. Quinn is all over it. John's down. Greg's down. Skiz says, so you take my money now. Yeah, all right. So Mike Markle wants to hear it. Cool. So here's what we're going to do. It's going to take me a couple minutes to set my kit up because I wasn't prepared for drumming. So
Yo, play that again. I'm gonna play some drums through that.
you want me to loop it?
Yeah, I don't want to annoy people, but. Alright, I'm gonna play some drums to the song I just recorded. Well, I didn't know I was recording it, but I'm gonna try to play some lessons. Alright. I'm ready to go hot. All right, that's enough messing around with that. All right, so Jay's ready to go live with the drum kit, so he just got that set up. Oh, it's gonna take him a second, so I'll just talk about what we've been doing. So I don't know about you guys, but I feel like, and then obviously you're sitting not in this room with us, but everything we've thrown at this thing sounds really cool. I'm really glad that we were able to put it through its paces tonight. This is really my first experience with this preamp, and I gotta say, like, it's I don't know, just from Jay's excitement when he was talking to me about this over text and over the phone, like, I knew it was going to be really something special and cool. So
You want to signal me through the control room window when they've had enough?
yeah. So Jay's gonna hook up the drums right now. Anything does? Yeah, it sounds really cool. I mean that's the TascFam Preamp for you. You know, I think it always has a cool sound. So, but yeah, thank you for saying that too, because that's exactly how I feel. What's up? Yeah, you should be good, man. Oh no, should I unplug it? Okay. All right, let me just turn the volume down. All right. So Jay's gonna play now. This is gonna be like a room mic, right? Yeah, I hear it. Jay's gonna play a room mic right now through the
So, if you can hear me in there, I'm gonna play sort of my version of the beat for a little wiser because it's like the only fucking thing I can think to play.
and I'll adjust it on real time here. It's like everything maxed out right now. Yeah, I mean, it basically sounds like that Blur song again. I think song 2. Yeah, I mean, right now everything's just maxed out down here, and it sounds great. Like this would work great. It's just like a trash mic if you were miking your drums up and you wanted something to put on your drum sound to give it like a little edge. Yo, Greg, what's up, man? Peace out, dude. I didn't know you were here, dude. Sorry. But yeah, it sounds awesome. Just like one room mic. How well do you think this would work if thrown into the effects loop of the 424? I think it would work great. I think it would just work as another level of distortion. You know, another fuzz distortion type box effect, as if you were going to put like a MXR Distortion Plus or the SansAmp or something. It sounds really cool though. Yeah, it seems like everything maxed out is like the way to go. And I don't know, the cymbals are nice and trashy. Like I said, this would be a great crush mic or just a great trash mic. You hear how it would sound like guitar after the guitar is already. Yeah, I could try that tomorrow, man. Let you know what it sounds like. Let that dirty sound of the clean drum and get it. Yeah, exactly, John. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, that would be a great mic to just like throw in with another drum kit, or that could be your whole drum setup mic, drum kit mic if you're going for something really trashy. I was saying that could be a great trash mic, just like something to throw up, give it a little edge.
Yeah, what does it sound like?
Sounded awesome. You want to go play a quick beat?
Yeah, sure. Just close the door behind you. Yo, fam. So now you sort of see the possibilities, I think. Hopping back on that chat. I would love to hear a kick through it. I can just straight mic the kick. You know, if you bring the gain going into the interface up a bit, probably kind of hard to get the sense of here, but it doesn't have to be super dirty. And actually, once Mike's done, I'll hook my D112 up to the front of it, so I'll just play you some kick patterns. Let me hold him up, and we'll check it out for you guys. So yeah, as soon as he's back in here, I'll go in and mic up just the straight up. Thanks, Dwayne. Yeah, I played drums for a really long time before I went back to playing guitar. And yeah, you know, Mike and I have done a few shows like with his Be Cool Cowboy project, and you know, but okay, so I'm gonna straight mic the kick drum because they're kind of curious what that'll be like. So this will be a D112 AKG mic, half in, half out of the kick, and yeah, Bill, Jim, I'll link you in the comments at the bottom of this to some stuff I've recorded. You know, my personal aesthetic is you know, sort of varied, so I always try to make sure the bands sound like the bands plus a little bit of my flavor here and there, but you know, I'll definitely link you to some stuff, and if you haven't, you should definitely check out my band Surmiser, the Queen City Tapes, which he was in our comments thread last time. Yeah. We put a song out, and it was actually at the top of this live cast here, the Train song. That's one of my favorites, and you know, I'm proud of all the stuff that we do, but I think that one is especially hard hitting. And actually, this weekend we'll start recording a new EP, so you guys can check that stuff out
that's
too.
Awesome! I didn't know you guys were doing that.
All right, Twin, you found me on Instagram, huh? So the secret's out. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's just Operation Audio. I also have a Patreon that I just started. I don't know why you would want to support me at this point other than just for your own personal generosity, but working on that. And all right, so getting sidetracked. Let me go stick the D112 half in, half out of the hole in the kick drum, Aquarian Super Kick 2 on the back, Aquarian regulator on the front, one little thin piece of foam sort of as the dampener, and Mike will do the rest. All right, Mike, so you want to kill the volume? I'm going to switch that over.
Yeah. All right, so this is just the kick drum. All right, so we're getting set up to hear some kick drum through the TascFam Preamp.
So yeah, this will be the kick drum. Here we go.
I'll set some levels here. I don't know. We'll just max it out. Fuck it. if I was recording drums for my album, this would be like my entire drum sound. Just do this. Do it. Sounds amazing. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean that would pretty much be my. That's the bass drum mic that's going into the bass drum. I think that would pretty much be my whole drum sound personally.
Yeah.
If I was making an album, that sounded great.
Cool. That's a kick drum.
You want me to fuck around with it so you can hear what it sounds like?
No.
You got an idea?
So yeah, that definitely was just the kick mic. Actually, I'll leave the mic set up at the end. We'll walk you in and show you the positions of those too if you want. No, that's just a shit ton of gain on the incoming.
Yeah, it sounded cool.
So the only other effect that's really on this is a little bit of compression going in, so we stopped clipping the interface, but you know, it's pretty minimal.
Yeah, mainly so you don't get digital distortion.
Mostly.
So that you can actually hear what the pedal sounds like, because that's like what the pedal sounds like, not what it sounds like clipping some shitty preamp, Focusrite preamp.
Yeah, basically. Skiz, yes, we're gonna launch a Kickstarter.
Yeah, I don't know when we should do that, but yeah, I mean, keep it. Well, obviously, you guys will be the first to know.
See, so John says, "Wow, just a kick mic, you could get a '60s garage sound with that instantly."
Yeah.
See, John, that's the point of the tools that I'm interested in building and that we're interested in jointly offering, is things that not only make fucking rad sounds, but that also make your workflow easier and or more interesting.
Yeah.
You know, a box like that for me would be, if somebody else was selling it to me and I could afford it, you know, I'd be looking at that for Flavor Town, man. I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah. I mean, look at everything we put through it tonight. Like, we literally put a keyboard, I don't know, drum machine, pedals, vocals, guitars, bass. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything we have around.
I mean, there's a French horn, a tambourine, some shakers.
I mean, I think we could
It's
get
about the only thing I haven't put through it that I'm aware of.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you
Although
get
we
a
haven't
pretty
heard
good
it,
idea.
We haven't heard it on a live guitar amp yet, I guess. But,
That's true.
So,
I mean,
at the end, we'll walk you in and show you the
show you the setup and
the
stuff.
mic setups, and I'll put it through my. Oh, what's this? Wait a minute.
I'm flaking on this chat, man.
Yeah, Skiz says, I knew it would sound great, but damn, it's incredible, and you can use it on anything.
Yeah, that's what's blowing my mind right now. Is like, I thought obviously it would be good for you know, just guitar or whatever, or just vocals, but now it's like I think you could do this like a whole record with just this one thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the idea here, like I said, is like, it's not quite a Swiss Army knife. It'd be a Swiss Army knife like, if you needed a Swiss Army knife that had a whole lot of different sharpness of blades or whatever, but, you know, it's not like, you can't open cans with that shit. But it'll certainly, you know, kick your tracks up, and you can do pretty much anything. I mean, it'll clean up, it'll dirty up. Yeah.
Yeah, and yet nobody has thought of this until now.
You know, I don't know, Skiz, man. It's like, there was a company a few years back that put out basically a stripped down clone of the TascFam Preamp. But, you know, they didn't do anything to try to expand the dynamic range or to do anything with the, you know, the potential of a balanced mic input, so you could actually use it for, like, live mic sources and whatever. It was marketed just as a guitar box, and it's real thin and, you know, kind of raunchy and raspy, and it does that thing. But I really wanted this box to be something more than that, and, you know, I think we've achieved it.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I don't know what else we could possibly test through. I mean, this is gonna be great though. Now we have an idea of what we can do. Cause we're gonna make like official demo videos or sound demo videos of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, should we try to take the stream into the live room and I'll play like a little live guitar through it and
Yeah, let's do it.
see what that sounds like?
I think the quality's better in there. So.
So all right, so why don't you
All right, we're gonna take a little field trip.
why don't you stay with them for a minute and let me just
Oh, all right. Jay's gonna set some stuff up.
get my gear together here.
One. Surfing says one. I don't know what he's one is.
I'm guessing he's wanting for the
Yeah, Bobby, we're
Please
gonna get
do
those demos going ASAP.
please do the thing.
I'm trying to catch up here. Yeah, guys. I mean, I don't know.
So
This
is everybody pretty much stoked on
do it
this
all
at this
box
point?
of fun. I'm guessing. Yeah, everybody's freaking out, man. So I guess we'll let you guys know when we're gonna do the Kickstarter for it. I think I think we were planning on testing it out more, but it kind of seems like this is pretty much ready to rock. We got Will working on some artwork that looks great, and I don't know. I would imagine that by March, I didn't want to like get into the details, but probably by March we're going to be looking to do a Kickstarter for this. So obviously I'll let you guys know. If you guys want to join the email list that'll get you updates about this, just hit me up at 424recording@gmail.com or comment on a video or something. I have an email list going. I haven't really sent out an email yet, but soon I'm going to send out an email about it, or a lot of you guys are already on it because we talk pretty much every day anyway. So but yeah, but I'm really glad that we were able to do this and we could do this before the blizzard hit, because that was going to be crazy. And it would have just it really would have messed up our fun, because we were going to do this tomorrow. Yeah, it would have messed up our lives. Like, this is pretty cool that we're able to do this. Oh man, I'm like getting blown out by that light. Sorry, I didn't even like look at. I wasn't even realizing that. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be awesome, and it was fun. Yeah, dude, it was so much fun. I was so glad. I hope you stacked up on cookies. Yeah, I actually did, man. Don't worry about me and my cookies. I'll be okay. It sounds like Jay's getting ready for us in there, so I'm gonna wait for him to go in. But yeah, guys, I'm so glad everybody was able to come out. Sorry this was a day earlier. From now on, we're gonna be doing TascFam Tuesdays, which will be at 424 HQ, and then Wednesdays are gonna be Wizard Wednesdays. But because of the way things are, this and the Hapro Jam are probably my two favorite. Oh, awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm gonna definitely, I'm trying to figure out what's like. That's why I want to have Jay be a part of the live streams for Wednesdays. And that's what I'm gonna be coming up here a lot. So, thanks, Surfing. Thank you for the feedback, because we're trying to like figure out again like what the best course of action for the streams are, and this is pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys into the operational the Bohemisphere live room.
Just have to let us know how loud this is. But so this is about, I don't know, I guess this is probably, it's about mid gain. So I'll turn it. This is gain all the way down, but the EQ maxed, I guess. their songs also, sort of.
So it sounds like Blue Cheer levels of fuzz.
You should check out the Surmiser record on Bandcamp. I think it's, yeah, we'll link you to it.
Should we show him the drums?
Yeah. So that's the TascFam via cables only to a Sovtech Model 001 tube lead head pre-MiG 50 into
Wild.
a PV XXL 412 cabinet, rescreened and loaded with some drivers that I built at work. Yeah, I mean, you know, this thing will get really nasty if you sort of let it. You can really get like down in the I actually think the high gain sound. I think it sounds a lot like the Nirvana Bleach record sometimes. So there you have it. Now we'll talk the drum mic setup, which was right underneath the camera directly, actually, is the room mic you were listening to. You want to show them that. So room mic, just a like Behringer 58 piece of junk thing, about 5 feet out in front of the kit, pointed slightly at the bass drum, kind of at the hoop of the bass drum.
Yeah, that's where we had the kick drum mic, right?
Yeah. So kick drum mic is half in and half out of the hole. The room mic, can we get down on the room mic? Yeah, so the room mic was literally just this, whatever this is. This is a Behringer SM58 clone with some masking tape on it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ran it in today.
There it is.
There it is.
Is there anything more we can say about the TascFam Preamp for
I
tonight?
don't know. I feel like that kind of covers the TascFam preamp. We kind of ran the gamut of all the different types of things we can do with it. Let me bring you back into the control room. Make sure you have your permission slips. We're going back. Cool. So, all right. I don't know, Jay. Are there any closing thoughts? I mean,
Do you want to
we've been
wrap
going
it up, or
pretty
you guys-
hard. I don't know. What do you guys? Do you guys have any questions for us?
Let me
you
go
know-
back on the chat and get back with
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna get back on the chat. I can look at it here, but it's like, oh my god, I missed the vocal test.
Bobby, you'll have to go back
Yeah,
and
dude, you can go back.
check it out on the recast, the replay. Can I grab this cord out from under
Yeah.
the mic? I feel like we're getting inundated in here. I'm just gonna wrap up a
Yeah.
few things cord wise.
I'm also
So-
gonna grab the stuff from the like a lot of the demos and just make videos or make a video, like a recap video of this sort of.
Yeah.
So it'll just be like all the sound stuff back and forth. So look out for that, Bobby. But yeah, you can always go back to the beginning of the video. Like I said, we're also doing this kind of a day ahead. So I hope anybody who's watching this in the future is enjoying it. And if you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. And obviously, but you know, I'm gonna make another video of recapping some of the stuff. I'm throwing my money at the screen. All right, thanks, Matt. Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, definitely do that. But so yeah, that's the plan. And then, like I said, probably look out for in March. Obviously, if you're up to date with the channel, just don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you nerds, which I'm sure you all are. But I'll be talking about this a lot in the coming weeks. I could use a guitar compressor pedal with that for vocals. That's so yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah, actually, you know, the other day I was cutting. Where are you? The other day I was cutting bass through that on Sunday, and I was running a Dynacomp ahead of it, and I
Oh, yeah,
got
you
some
have
really badass thick bass sounds out of that thing. So definitely
Yeah.
do that.
That's a great yeah. So yeah, it's kind of endless with this thing. I mean, I don't. It's a good question. I don't know. There's got to be stuff out there. I mean, yeah, I guess you could use the art preamp similarly, but this thing is going to be.
But you won't get that kind of
Yeah,
distortion,
yeah.
saturation out of that.
This thing is like its own animal in terms of distortion and saturation. I'm trying to like not be so blown out over here. Let me try to lower this.
So yeah, I mean, let me grab that table.
Yeah, so I think that's a pretty solid assessment of what we got going on with the TascFam preamp. And like I said, I'll make a recap video. I don't know. Do you guys have any other questions about the pedals that you've seen that we can answer maybe?
Or questions for me?
Man, you guys are building something so cool. Thanks, John. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for being a Patreon.
Surfing stream
patron.
dropped and you missed the answer to what?
Love it, need it. All right, thank you, Catface. Yeah, I think we're gonna do like a run of 10 to begin with. So
There, twin pop my link. Thank you.
I'm making it on rain. Oh my God, you guys are doing God's work here to the price. Yeah, we're gonna be. We got to do some calculations and figure out what's gonna make sense. And I don't know.
Surfing. Oh, the answer to the price. I don't think we've actually announced the price.
I think we need to crunch the numbers a little bit more.
But yeah, we're working on a number that's going to be, whoa. We got a number sort of in mind once we finish crunching and doing our calculations.
Yeah, we gotta look at the sheet because this is only since the last stream. Jay's built the pedal and tested it out all weekend. And then we're testing it out now. So I don't even think this is a week old yet. Like this whole
It'll be a week old tomorrow.
this whole thing will be a week old tomorrow. So this is really the ground floor. So
It's the infant.
it's the infant. So we're still like really trying to figure out what the sitch is gonna be
So
for it.
so let
424.
Oh my God, no.
No,
So,
it won't be that. It won't be that.
let me put this question out there to the masses though, since we're still talking about this. What do you guys think? Would be realistically fair in your mind for a device such as this? And be honest. I mean, if you think it's a $10 pedal, I hate to disappoint you, but
Well, but I mean, obviously the parts themselves are going to be more than that. But
But this thing, these are custom designed P boards. These will be custom powder coated and screen printed enclosures. We're using all Neutrik jacks and parts, input
200
output and
or
XLR,
less.
and we're talking about good quality pots and high quality stomp, and a warranty for the rest of my lifetime anyway. Unless you change the chip, you nerd, and you break it. If you change the chip and break it, that's
Jay's
not
gonna
on me.
know if you do that. So
I will know, because you'll put the chip in backwards, and then you'll be like, I don't know what happened. And then I'll have to call you and tell you about it.
Yeah.
But
And it's
we'll get to have a
obviously-
nice
yeah.
conversation anyway.
But
You'll
so
like
I
it.
mean, that's the beauty of this at this level right now, is that you guys have a direct line to us, and I mean, you pretty much know what we're all about here and know what we're doing. So, and also these are going to be somewhat rare, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
for the time being. I mean, we're only planning on doing a small run of these. So
the idea, I think, that we've sort of come to the conclusion of, at least as a trial period, is, doing a run of 10 and giving you guys, first dibs on those 10. And they'll be hand numbered and signed inside and all that good stuff. And if in the future,
yeah, let's say the
You know.
kickstart. We're going to kickstart it. So
yeah, I think, with the Kickstarter will sort of work as your pre-order, unless you just want to support. If you don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
one and you want to support,
that's a good point. Yeah.
that's okay too. But we definitely, we want to take, take count of how many people are actually interested, and how many people are feeling it at the price point we're offering it, and
Because I'll be honest, I'll just take that pedal home and pay Jay for it, and we'll call it.
whatever, man.
It's my
That one's-
secret sauce. I can't let that get out.
Yeah. So
No, you got to share secrets, and
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, if you guys want one, we're gonna make them available, and I don't know, we're still figuring out what it really means and what we're trying to do with it. So, anything good? What's going on in the chat?
Seems like everybody's looking at like the 200 or thereabouts price point.
Cool. That's dope.
Yeah, Catface, that's a good point. We actually were talking about that after the stream last week, about the fees and how they sort of ankle strap you and give it to you from the back.
It's a piece of history, yeah. Wait, what
Um,
fee? Oh, yeah, the kicks. Yeah, that's why we're thinking almost of making it a tier on the 424 Recording Patreon.
See, John's talking about it's a piece of history. John, I like the idea of the harmonic percolator, the Interfax harmonic percolator. They built a limited number of those pedals, and they sold moderately, I guess, in their day. And then they stopped making them, and then guys like Steve Albini latched onto them, and everybody's like, holy shit, now they're $5,000. So if we could build a device that we make, 10 or 50 of, or whatever it is, and it can be its own driving market, then, we get what we need out of it. You guys get something you can use, and it's so rare that, like, it will have resale value for you.
Right.
For generations, because we're only going to make so many of them. We're only, we're two people. I'm one guy assembling.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's,
Yeah.
it only goes so far. But if the demand's there, we're,
yeah, we'll make more of them.
yeah, I mean,
That's why we're only doing a run.
will there
of
be
10.
a limited edition, Hat Bro edition? Twin, actually, if you want me to do a limited edition, Hat Bro edition, I'll put the version of the Hat Bro logo on the PC board. How about that?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this has been so helpful, guys. Thank you so much for all of your feedback. This is awesome. It's so great to have like a pool of like-minded people to bounce this off of. And
Could I use it to pick up high school chicks? No, but you could probably use it to pick up like rock and roll dudes at the bar. I mean, hey, you wanna see the size of my pedal?
You want to hear how much gain I can get out of this
Yeah,
thing?
check this out. Not to jump the gun, but you realize where this is leading. Pedal size, channel strip, EQ on board, and compression. John, I'm actually working on paper the idea of a saturation unit as far as compression goes, almost a leveling amp, to interplay with an idea like this preamp, so that you can sort of set its distortion level and maintain it across all your your various transients, lows to high, and smash the hell out of it like tape. I also have a prototype idea that uses a pair of tape heads, one in play mode, one in record mode, So you actually could physically plug into this pedal, play through a tape head, have it come back out of a tape head and come out the 1/4 inch on the other side. So you actually could get some of the inductance and the tone of the tape head in your signal path. So there's 2 more things I'm working on, but we got to do this one first.
but we got to make the first one first.
Yeah.
But there's some other ideas brewing that are new ideas, right? I don't think anybody's making stuff like that, right?
No, I don't think so. It's sort of weird.
So yeah, I mean, there's some other stuff on the docket, but for right now, this is kind of my baby in a way. This is something I wanted from Jay for a while, and we figured some of y'all would probably be interested too. So we figured we'll show it off and show it up.
John's saying like the pedal size channel strip with onboard EQ and compression. That's sort of something that we might be able to do in more of like a desktop version,
Right.
A smaller steel case, not in a pedal. Because if I built a full-on compressor, I would want to use good quality VCAs and stuff, and you can't fit all the support circuitry for that in something that tiny. So we'd have to come up with something probably like like LA4 size, if you guys are familiar with that. It's basically like a 2-space tall, half rack wide unit.
Well, what's that message, John? See, I can kind of. Oh, the fire is burning in my loins.
John, the
Hey, Andrew.
actually, John, you asked about the reamp. Let me grab my reamp box. I'll show you that.
Yeah, I'll look through the stream here. You guys a little serious? What about using this for a reamp? Yeah. Guys, yeah. Pencil cases, huh?
Okay. So, John, I build a reamp device already. You can't say reamp because Radial owns that. So I build a device for the reamplification of line level signals into guitar. Real simple. In and link out. Level control. 2 amp. This one's built with a vintage UTC Ouncer 030, I think, transformer. I'll have to check I'm pretty sure it's a 030, but and you could totally use this ahead of that pedal to crush mono mixes with that distortion if you wanted to. That pedal I'm sure would take line level on the input. We were feeding keyboard and drum machine, which are both line, so it would handle it by itself. But if you wanted to be able to temper the flavor, you could absolutely use a box like this. And if you guys are interested in shit like this, I can either give you schematics for it, or you can hit me up in my section of the message board, and I'll build you one if you want.
Well, your
Not for
email
free,
too.
but- yeah, you can email me, operationaudio@gmail.
Yeah, can one of you moderators throw that up in the just throw up a little link to that, operationaudio@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. People who build things are amazing to me. Like, yeah, same here. That's why this man is like an integral part of the channel. That's why I got him on here. Because I can't do this stuff either, I know like what I want. Thank you, Twin. Appreciate that. That's Jay's email. If you guys want to hit him up for the reamplification device.
Surfing, I actually have boards for a harmonic percolator clone that I designed and had made. I never really got past the board test thing, just because I sort of got interested in one of the 35 other prototypes I was working on at the time and sort of dropped that one. So I could pull that board out and just double check the function of that. Like I said, I never fully assembled one. I just made sure that it worked. So we could talk about that. You could hit me up on email or on the thread or whatever. Maybe we can make that happen. Oh, low battery. Better plug her in.
Yeah, let me get my plug.
So we're going to plug the phone in. I'm going to catch up on this chat. Yo, but Twin, man, like, for you guys that think you can't really use a soldering iron, like, that's part of the reason I'm here. Not just to tech shit and show you, like, all the weird gadgets and stuff that I put together. That's only part of it, I want to, as my part of Mike's channel, try to give you guys the tools and the empowerment to go and try stuff. Like, soldering, once you get used to it, is really not a difficult thing to do at all. You'll get so fast that it's like driving stick shift in a car. Like before you know it, you're like throwing gears like a pro, and you're not even paying attention. You're just like listening to, like Striper and smoking Camel Wides and not giving a shit, and just cruising through the gears in that Camaro, man. Like soldering's the same way. You just do the thing, listen to podcasts or whatever. So yeah, like I want to give you guys the information, to be dangerous. Go try shit out. Don't mess around in tube amps though, because you might die, and I don't want you to die. I'd be down for.
Cool, Andrew.
I can hardly use. Okay, so where am I? Andrew. Yeah, that's awesome, Andrew. Like the build your own clones and stuff. Like, I definitely would encourage you guys to check out some of that stuff, like maybe the LPB1 booster, the Electro Harmonics clone.
That's a cool pedal.
Super simple. It's like 6 parts. It doesn't get any easier than that. And then you can twin.
Good starter project.
Yeah, that's a great starter project. And twin, I'm slowly building my confidence with that soldering iron. Yeah, just make sure you know which end is hot, and work around and play with things, man.
There you go.
Yeah, that's where
how
it
a lot
starts.
of people get started. Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
where it starts. Yeah, inhaling lead is definitely bad.
Yeah, you want to get the leadless one.
Bobby, I put together a
Little dirty
Bobby,
fuzz.
what'd you use for the
Sounds horrible.
fuzz?
I finally just got a cheapo iron. Still learning that. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, when you
You gotta
guys
start somewhere.
if you guys are soldering small wires like input jacks and things, and even if you're doing like transistors and stuff, make sure you're using the right iron. I know the big one from Radio Shack or wherever the hell seems like the way to go, but try to use either a variable temperature iron or get a small one like a 15-watt fixed temperature. The more you heat stuff up, components can be damaged by the heat. Traces absolutely can be damaged by the heat, and the copper or gold or whatever will peel up off the PC board, and then the whole board
I've
is
done that before.
whacked. So you gotta really be sensible about this stuff.
Yeah.
What's a decent brand of iron? If you're gonna buy an iron and you think you might get serious about like putting some things together or servicing your own stuff, I would look at the Hakko irons, Hakko. The Hakko brand is expensive, but there are Hakko clones on eBay that are identical and will use the Hakko replacement tips, and they can be had for less than $100. It's a really good station, variable temperature, and that's that.
That's important, the variable temperature. Because the iron I had just used to get super hot, and like Jay's saying, it used to like melt things and peel up that copper off the boards. I tried my hand at building pedals at one time. I should probably try it again. But I realized quickly that my time was better served making YouTube videos.
Yeah, Ryan, the Weller irons are good too.
Oh yeah.
I like the Hakko stuff just because you can get super fine tips for those, and I haven't seen a super fine point tip in a Weller pack yet. They seem to like chisel tips or big like cylindrical things, which don't really work for me. The Vox repeat percussion clone, yeah, that might be a little tricky one, but I'm sure it can be done. Skiz, how do I do what little thing I do? Are you quoting the movie Doing That Thing You Do? I actually like that movie, so
That movie's great. Yeah.
Don't fuck with me on that. What else could I show him?
I don't know.
I mean, we're here.
Do you have any of those reverb units hooked up?
Oh yeah, you guys. Let's see ones if you want to hear like that SR303 I'm always babbling about, and we'll put like the drum machine through it, and you guys can check it.
Yeah. Yo, that SR16 sounds
Yep.
great.
Already getting ones. I guess it's time.
Guess we gotta do it.
Gotta do it now. Ones make it mandatory. So, sorry, I'm turning my back on you. But I'm gonna hook this stuff back up, and
We still got ones coming in, Jay.
I'm sure they're loving it.
I mean, when in Rome, you know?
Well, I mean, you only get to come here once a week, so might Might as well.
John said, you just ran through a whole spectrum of sources through that pedal. I'm going to have to listen back and didn't play a single cheesy blues riff. I feel
Sorry,
like,
man. I don't know any blues.
I feel like
riffs.
a
I only
winner.
know like alt rock shit.
yeah,
I don't even know my own alt rock shit. It's terrible.
same here.
So let me link this up and we'll have you guys check out the 303 reverb, which is more of a delay actually, as we sort of touched on.
Yeah, you brought this on the live stream last week, right?
No, this one I didn't. This is the 303, the big boy.
Oh, okay.
So my 303 is set up sort of as a mono in, stereo out, just because at the time I didn't really think I wanted the whole bit, but I should have set it up stereo both ways. But let's see what we got.
Coming in hot.
Where are we here?
Gotta love that colorful display on the front of it.
Colorful display on the front of it.
Yeah, that teal light, I think.
That actually is lighting up good right now, but I lost my output somewhere. My input. So let's do.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh shit! I just remembered that when we moved this, it cuts out. So hopefully it'll play nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
That is really pretty. I like your.
I'm not sure where my input is though. I think I got a bad cable.
All right, we think we got a bad cable here, so we're gonna
Hang that off to the side and try something else.
have to test her out. Oh, look at that. Whoa, that is a cool display. You get that drippy reverb on guitars with that thing. Def, I could feel that. Surfing's doing something with 1/4-inch cables. If you got some bad ones, guys, send them his way. I like that little clap. Yeah, this thing is sick. You guys heard of the sort of studio module DIY mix? You get the instant Karma Lennon drum sound with that thing? Sounds great. Sounds like Take on Me. The beat for Take on Me. Aha, I believe.
So now what we'll do is take we'll
It
take
does
that.
sound like Aha.
Hold on a second though. Hold on, because we'll take Mike's guitar track from before and run it out through that.
Oh,
We'll
cool.
use that as our let's see. Make a new input. Call that 1, 2. Go back to mono there. We'll send actually, you know what? Let's do this. So this will be our output. We're going to send this to output 9, 10. Go like this. So we'll have Mike's vocal.
I guess that I'm over it. Ready to day with my pants on. Kentucky, talking wild, little wiser, little wiser. Kentucky, talking wild, little wiser, little wiser. Right that I lay, thinking about my parents, how they get older, and older, wishing vampires stop by and turn me, all travel time and make the earth breathe. Kentucky, talking wild, little wiser, little wiser. Kentucky, talking wild, little wiser, little wiser. Oh, we will never back. Oh, we will never back. Oh, we will never back.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
Oh, we will never back. Yeah, that's how they're good.
So that SR303 could be you. Yeah.
That thing is sweet. I concur. Well, let's catch up on the chat.
Man, where the hell are we?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Take on Me.
Yeah. On some Thomas Dolby shit. Yeah, but you know, John, like the beauty of this stuff is that you can pretty much turn it into anything you want it to be and do anything you want with it. I mean, like I said before last time, and in chats, I think I used that thing as the vocal reverb for a solo artist who's coming out. It actually got picked up by an indie label and shit. Like, you know, there's a million things you can do. Also, I could show you guys. Let's see ones if you guys want to check out. Like, I'll show you how to drive the spring tank with the headphone amp real quick if you guys want to check that out. I got a spring tank hanging in here.
Let's do it.
Oh, got ones on that. That was quick.
Coming.
That was quick.
We got to do a video on how to build one of these because I have one of these
So-
under my bed.
This is an Accutronics tank out of a 67 deluxe reverb. I think this is actually this is a Gibbs, sorry, but it's out of a 67 deluxe reverb, and I use this for vocals all the time, and for a lot of weird things. But as you may have noticed, I use a lot of things for a lot of weird things. So, and I got patch cables flying everywhere like an amateur. Sorry.
Amateur.
So
Amateur.
we get this guy is our return. So the only problem with doing it this way is it tends to be a bit on the noisy side, and I'll show you sort of what I do to combat that.
That can be noise. Can be cool.
But it's not necessarily a great kind of noise. I gotta
Oh, okay.
find one cable. Keep them busy.
All right, Jay's got to find some cables to hook up the reverb tank. But yeah, I have a reverb tank I took out of my super reverb. I'm hoping to do this similar setup with. Obviously, we're covering a lot of ground tonight. We just went from the pedal to these reverb units, and this is pretty exciting though because I don't really get to hang out at Jay's studio these days as much as I would like to, or as much as I used to in the past. So Jay's been working on a lot of different stuff, as you can see, and he's always working on stuff and always has a lot of cool stuff hanging around. So It's just really cool to get to test some of the stuff out and some of the stuff he brought by in the stream last week and some of the stuff he's talking about on the forum and stuff. If you guys aren't part of the forum, it's just 424recording.com/forum. Jay has his own little corner on there that he's been uploading schematics and taking
Yeah,
questions.
talk to me, you nerds.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking to myself.
Well, it's that stuff's there for posterity and
Absolutely.
and
I'm
someday-
glad to share it with y'all for
yeah, and it's like
Whatever you might
and
need
if
to
somebody
do.
finds it, Googles it or whatever, that's cool, man.
So
All right, so we're hooking up this reverb tank that
So
Jay.
I'm gonna show you what it sounds like, and then I'll show you how I did it.
I get scared, I'm over it, ready to face the day with my pants on. Chick talking wild, little wiser, shit talking wild, little wiser, at night I'm laying thinking about my parents, how they getting older and older. Wish a vampire would stop by and turn me all travel time and make the earth raise. Shit talking wild, little wiser.
Oh, cool.
So I like to do a little sort of shelving and shaping and stuff as I drive the tank. I actually should EQ this track because it's pretty ragged itself.
I get scared, I'm over it, ready to face the day with my pants on. Shit talking wild, little wiser, shit talking wild, little wiser, at night I'm laying thinking about my parents.
So that's the spring tank, and then I'll take you in this project. This is one I use to test preamps and things. So let me set you up with just a drum beat real quick, and we'll show you what that does. I don't know how this was recorded. I couldn't tell you because it's been in this folder forever. I always test things here, but. So that is that actually might be from the drum video we did.
I was gonna suggest that, but I wasn't sure if it was that.
It's either that or it's the consistently repeating pattern that I always play when somebody gives me drumsticks. Could be that. So I mean, it's a little on the noisy side, but you can get.
I like it. It could be useful
I mean,
for
it's-
certain things.
If you really solo that out, I mean, that's really noisy, but. And it might actually, depending on the things that are plugged in around it and how it's acclimated at the time, it can vary a lot about
Oh
how
wow.
noisy it is. See, so now we're a whole lot quieter.
Must have been picking something up.
Yep.
Wow, that's like way quieter.
No, actually,
Oh.
I might have unplugged it. That's probably why it's quieter.
Nah.
Makes a lot of sense. But anyway. Yeah, I think I killed my send. Damn you. Might have a cable gone bad there too. Yeah, I think I killed it.
Yo, Bobby's asking you, Jay, if
Hi.
he's getting into audio engineering. He wants to run a home studio or work in one. Any advice for starting out?
Any advice for starting out? Take all the advice, the good advice and the bad advice, and figure out how to use that with a grain of salt. Don't try to just be somebody else. Try to figure out who you are when it comes to the recording world, because that really does make a difference. Yeah, that's my advice.
So find your identity as
Figure out who you are as an engineer, and figure out what it is that you like to listen to. You know, I mean,
That's good advice.
it's
Yeah, spring
there you
reverb
go.
that never gets old. One of you guys was saying that.
I do want to try to flip that tank over though. Like, I know it's quieter the other way around. Maybe not anymore, or not today anyway. So usually you have to like.
Oh wow.
So we got like 50, 60 cycle hum going on there. So you need to wipe that shit out on the return. You know how to do it like that.
That's awesome.
Let me just put a. I'm gonna
That's
put a
really
limiter.
cool.
I'm gonna put a limiter on the output so it's a little bit louder. It'd be easier to hear. Just because I don't know how these were recorded. I have no idea what I was doing. And you could really like crush the shit out of your return too. Or you could do the same thing and go into your, my send is over, my send is here. Oh no, my send is here. If I put a compressor on that send, I can smash it going out to the reverb and sort of level out those sploingy transients if I want to. Or you could accentuate those by making it a much longer attack. So yeah, basically what I'm doing here though, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. So I have a headphone amp. This is some Behringer
Cool,
thing.
Bobby.
Not sure what it is, but it works good for the studio the way that I'm configured. I always get good headphone mixes for everybody, and you know, this amp does great for distribution. It's not really super expensive. It has a balance control where you can either make it play the mix back, out the headphone out, or you can feed it an auxiliary input front panel, which is what I'm doing here. So I'm sending out of my DAW into that auxiliary, panned all the way to that auxiliary, and then you feed the headphone output. I'm using just the left side of it up top. The tank is coming back to a high Z enabled input on the front of my Focusrite, just so I have something to return it to. You need a high Z input to return it. So the front of a clean preamp, or anything that like you could plug a guitar into to reamplify, or to amplify it. You need some gain there. It needs to be clean, unless you want dirty reverb. That's totally up to you. So that's the basics of it. We're gonna do a video to sort of talk about like shaping the sends and stuff, but I wanted to give you guys sort of a primer on like some of the
we've been talking about doing that for a while.
Yeah,
Talking about it on the channel a lot.
some of the weird shit that I talk about all the time. I kind of wanted to give you guys like a little
while we're here,
once over.
Yeah,
I mean, because it's all right. I got to catch up a little bit.
I should probably catch up too. I've been slacking on the chat tonight, guys. My bad. With my phone up here, it's hard to tell. We gotta get a tablet or something for next time. Jay has one.
Yeah, I'll bring my tablet next time.
So sorry for flaking on the chat. If you guys have any questions for me or other stuff you want to say, I don't mean to be ignoring.
Excited about the product, and we're super glad that you guys all tuned in.
This is really sick. If you have specific questions for me or Jay, hit me up at 424recording@gmail.com, and Jay's
power up too.
operationaudio@gmail.
All right, so
I just I can kind of look through them on here. The 4-track.
So let's see.
Yeah.
All right, so let me catch up here.
Yep.
All
right, I'm gonna let Jay catch up.
Steven.
That's awesome, Bobby. Good luck with your 424. Yeah, John said, Jay, at this point, it'd be good to remind everyone you can run their tracks through all your setups. So
we'll get there in just a second. So Steven, the old Echo Plate 3, my brother's got an Echo Plate we picked up, and that's a great piece of kit. That really is. It's a super cool plate, and super easy to handle, which is nice. It'll actually fit in a closet. You don't have to build like, its own little shed or whatever, like most studios do. Bobby, you've been wanting to go into audio engineering goals, eventually run a whole studio. Yeah, so I sort of answered that, but Bobby, if you get into recording, the best way to get into recording is to just get into recording. Definitely collect advice from anybody who will talk, who you can get to talk to you. Back?
Yeah, we're back. Sorry.
All right, Bobby. So yeah, get as much advice from everywhere you can. Talk to as many people as you can. You can email me too if you have specific questions. For now, I'm sort of.
What? Twin got a reel-to-reel for $2 at a garage sale?
Trying to help you guys out, sort of, pro bono or whatever, but we'll figure all that out later. But yeah, I mean, the best way to do it is to just get something to record on, whatever that is, cassette or tape or a DAW or whatever, and track your own songs if you play, track your friends' songs if you don't, and
yeah, just track as much as you can.
You're gonna make a horrible mess. You probably break shit. It's gonna be really frustrating, but in the end, if you stick with it, the results are almost always worth it. You'll figure out how to make and then fix mistakes, and that's the most important part about engineering. You got to figure out how to light the fires, and then you got to figure out how to put them out. So if you know both sides of the coin, then you'd be prepared for anything when it comes to the studio world. And most of this shit is not rocket science. So well, John, going back a bit, said see a video. It'd be cool to see a video of you using that tank with the 424 with the
That would be cool.
Well, I mean, part of what I just played with Mike playing Little Wiser was tracked through our preamp and then run back out through the tank, so it's almost the same.
Almost the same.
Yeah, cramps are, that huge, like, splingy spring sound. Steven, you can check me out, man. I put up studio pictures. I put up pictures of other people's studios I'm hanging out in. And if you look through the people I follow, you'll find a shit ton of studios that way. Yeah, network like crazy, definitely. John,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jay's
So
the master at doing that.
what?
Networking.
I don't know about that.
I walk around town with Jay sometimes, and people just walk up to him and are like, "Hey, you're that guy."
And then they're like, "Hey, bro, nice sideburns." Oh. Yeah. So then I'm the guy that they see me again the next time. Like, you're that guy with the fucking
Oh,
sideburns.
yeah, that I can see
Yeah,
that becoming
that
an
happens a lot.
issue.
So yeah, John wanted me to remind everybody that I can run your tracks through my setup. I absolutely will run your tracks through my setup. I am not in a
Do it.
state where I can offer you that service free of charge completely, but
Jay's a very reasonable person.
you know, if you want to um, send me tracks to run through my stuff, we'll assess a nominal fee that's fair for both of us, and you can do that definitely. I'd like to have at least 16-bit waves coming in if you're gonna send it digitally, unless it's ginormous. You could Dropbox it to me either way. But yeah, I mean, we'll do a scan across the racks, and you can sort of see some of what's going on here. There's more in the closets. There's other racks around and whatever stuff everywhere. But yeah, I'd definitely be down to run. If you want tracks reamped or whatever, there's a post on the forum about that. About all the things that I'd be willing to sort of work out with you guys, and let's see. I have a Behringer reverb mixer that I use too, so I can get some nice sounds. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, forums at 424recording.com/forum, in case any of you guys want to check that out. Maybe Twin could drop us or Surfing could drop us a link in the chat. All the weed chefs know Hapro by name. He has no comment.
Oh man, I'm way behind.
Thanks, buddy.
I gotta skip ahead here.
Oh wait, Jonathan, something. He said there's a site called Air Gigs that has engineers doing this kind of thing. You might check that out and get some business that way. Online mixing, reamping, etc. Oh, cool tip, John. I never heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I think they take a cut, like a finder's fee, but it can be worth it.
Yeah. Who knows?
And the other thing is, like, some of you guys have hit Mike up to do mixes and stuff, and I think that's really cool. And if you got things you want me to mess around with too, then hit me up as well. You got the email.
Hit him up.
And yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but if you guys ask any questions or anything that we didn't get to,
Travis, good call. Yeah, there's a natural echo chamber in England. You used to be able to send reverb files out to. There's actually one in the Midwest in the U.S. someplace. I think it's like the silo.org or something, where you can actually submit your track into queue, and then when your track comes up, it'll play back through your computer speakers. They pipe it at like 1,000 watts into this enormous
What?
concrete silo.
that's really cool.
Yeah, it's totally dope. Also, like, I mentioned before about impulse responses. Like, we should probably do a video about that for anybody who's in the digital realm.
Yeah.
But I have a ton of impulse responses. Like, I could show you a few of those.
Can you give us a little definition as to what impulse responses
So
are?
an impulse response is a swept sine wave that goes from ultra low to ultra high, that basically allows you to capture and reuse the ambience of a space, be that reverb or whatever it is, an echoey thing. You can actually capture the character of speakers and some pedals that way. There's all different things you can do with it. But then you would plug it into a plugin in whatever your DAW is to be able to use it. And you can apply, like, let's say you got like, the reverb in your grandma's pantry closet and it had a marble floor or whatever, and you wanted to hear what a snare drum sounded like there. Like, you don't have to put a snare drum there anymore. You can put, that on every project you ever do and never have to play a snare drum in grandma's house ever.
It's crazy.
It's a thing, and it's easy to make them, and we could do probably a whole series on that.
Well, see, this is something Jay's been talking about. He's gonna start his own channel, and I think this would all make great fodder for your channel, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, there's there's tons of these. Like, I'm not sure what this one is. It's probably gonna be loud as hell. But okay, so that's an impulse response of a giant room in a church that had a enormous
Piano?
grand piano in it. So I pushed the go button on the impulse response tool. I ran all the way across the room, and I held the sustain pedal down on the piano while the impulse response fired, and I ended up with this thing. I'll play it one more time, louder. So you could essentially apply that to, you know, basically anything you wanted. And you can make them as simply as with your cell phone if you're really so inclined. I mean, there's some that I can't quite show you, but so this is a short one I made in a thing up here called How Caverns. It's a mono response I made by clapping my hands with my cell phone laying on the trail inside this giant cave system. And I shortened it so it would be sort of like a gated reverb. And it's awesome on snare. You know, I mean... So yeah, I mean, that's... And then you could plug those. I'm not going to go through the whole process because I'm not set up for anything in here for that right now. But I'll show you. Like, I made a sweep of my trash can and I used it on my friend's record. We did sort of like this thrashy track. So I'll play you that. Maybe I'll play that. All right, I guess that one's not playing. I don't know what happened to it. All right, bad example. Sorry.
Maybe it moved.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't mess with these too much, so.
Oh.
That's the piano one. I don't know, but there's yeah, and that's what happens when your iTunes plays on loop. So
So yeah.
I mean, impulse responses we'll cover another time when I have a
Yeah.
session file to sort of show you.
We're going deep right now.
Yeah.
People need to know about your wizardry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, John, you know, I'm here as much to share information as I am to try to like expand my, you know, my revenue base or whatever. I mean, I like finding new clients and finding them this way would be great, but I'm also just happy to sort of like find some community and be able to show you guys something, and hopefully, like, you know, in the future, we'll all be teaching each other something.
Yeah,
Sort of like,
I've been learning so much from you guys, just different music and different techniques, and that's what's so cool. And a byproduct of doing this that I didn't even realize would happen was
these guys are killing me.
you guys teaching me stuff and teaching us stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's back and forth, you know. It's not just like a one-way street, you know. It's really cool. So what do you think, Jay?
So,
should we?
I think we should take your phone down for a minute
All right.
if it's got enough charge to live for just a second.
Yep. I think we're gonna be wrapping here in a second, but
Yeah, so I want to just quick. Oh my God, that's hot. So I wanted to. How do I flip that around? I just push this.
Yeah, it's locked the other way though. So yeah.
All right, so where are we? All right, we need to get some light over here. I'll show you guys give you the rundown of the racks real quick. So there's a lot of funky stuff going on here, but the Dumbledore direct input, I don't know about that. So there's a Focusrite Pro 40 on the top, Motu 2408 running front end expansion under that, patch bays, a DBX compressor thing, the Behringer headphone amp. Underneath that is a pair of German line amps out of a broadcast console. They're a Lawo brand. My hands shake like crazy because I'm a smoker and I need some. Underneath that are Stevenson 200 series channel strips out of a 70s console. Underneath that is a 100 series Stevenson strip out of a console. Underneath that is the Spirit of 62, which is a preamp I built out of a piece of Stromberg Carlson gear I found in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, we're still. Oh, are we back? You guys see me? R.I.P. Yo, we'll have to come back and do a sweep of Jay's stuff for next time, guys. Yeah, cause like I don't know, for some reason that corner of the room. If you guys are still here, hit up the like button, smash that like button if you like this. All right, see you, Bobby. Oh, we're back. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we're back. It's kind of tough in that corner. We're gonna do some kind of rundown or studio tour of Jay's studio maybe next week or something, Jay. Hold on, I think we're back. Let me come back into the control room. Fucking hot.
Super
I guess
hot.
it's been streaming for.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll do something different on the gear. Maybe we'll film a video for you guys to see.
yeah,
or
we'll have to
whatever.
do maybe just like a.
You know.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of effects and compression and stuff and what I was showing you there.
Yeah.
You know, we'll talk about that another time, but definitely keep it in mind if you want tracks reamped or you want to hear what some of your stuff would sound
maybe
like
you
through
can
a
make
bunch of
some
my
demo
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Different demos of different units that you have.
well, if some people want to send me some tracks, you know, we could work out a thing like that too, where we could use it sort of as demo and yeah, I mean, hit me up on the forum or email me and we could talk about all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I think for now we probably cut the stream. The phones are all dying and
Yeah,
running hot.
things are running
and,
hot. But I'm so glad we were able to do this because tomorrow the blizzard's coming through,
Yeah,
and I don't think we would have been able to make this happen.
the
so
blizzard of blahs.
yeah,
You're
so
gonna be stuck.
blizzard or
So,
blahs. Epic stream, fellas. Another great evening. Twinge, Skiz, surfing, all the TascFam. Much love to all you guys. What was the spring reverb thing called? Oh, hey, Skiz.
Which spring reverb thing?
I think Bobby said it. Let me see.
Uh,
I want to look into that. I think he meant the tank. Do you mean the Fender tank? Data Park. Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's like a reverb tank from an old Fender amp, right?
Yeah. So to do the reverb tank with a headphone amp, you need to make sure you're running a reverb tank that has a 4 to 10 ohm input impedance. It has to work at speaker level, or else you can't drive it that way. It won't work out. And then the return side of it, I can give you guys specs from Accutronics or whatever. You can order these, you know, modern tanks for like 20, 30
they're
bucks.
cheap.
And you could buy two and do a stereo reverb this way if you really wanted to. I am working on a design for this space that uses cast off parts of Yamaha mixers that I've stripped for other projects in the past. So we'll have that fairly soon up here, which will make it easier and less noisy for the whole thing. And what am I looking at here?
Yo, big shout out to the TascFam.
Twin, the Fender DeVille has a higher impedance input, so you're going to want to try to drive that with the output of some kind of preamp or a, you know, maybe a hot effects box or something like that. It won't drive with a speaker level. You're going to have to play around and figure out what it likes, but it's doable. My Randall Commander has a pretty beastly tank. Yeah, the Randall Commander's, I believe, the same thing. It's a solid state drive, so you're working on a different impedance there.
Any other questions before we wrap?
So, have you guys got any more last minute questions? Anything I could answer for you?
The tank from my twin would probably work. Yep, twin, you betcha.
Twin reverb, definitely.
Yeah, where is Exodus? Something else is here in Will. I haven't seen a couple of those guys.
I don't know.
Preamp on the front end and headphone amp on the output. Win-win.
Actually, Travis, if you do it the other way, well, you know, it depends. So if you use a headphone amp to drive the input of the tank, and then a preamp to make it up on the output side, that's how I'm doing it. If you had a line level tank that wouldn't drive with the speaker out of the headphone amp, then you need two preamps, one to drive it and one to return it. Yeah, absolutely. Depends on the tank. Yep. You could play the springs, but be careful of that splonk that you don't take out the crossovers or the woofers in your monitors. Could you use a TascFam Pre to drive the tank? You know, I don't know. That's a good question. We haven't actually tried that, so maybe we'll have to give that a shot and report back.
We'll do that when we make the demo videos of the TascFam Preamp.
It's certainly got enough gain. I just don't know if you could do it clean. It might be dirty. But
yeah, this little box, we're making history tonight, unveiling this to you guys. This is what started it all, the TascFam Preamp. The prototype is
his hood idea. All right, well. Oh, there you go. Good idea.
Good idea.
I'm
cool.
down with hood ideas too. That's okay. Sometimes the more ghetto stuff works out the best in the end.
But yeah.
That's a mighty fine box. That's what he said.
Oh, Michael Scott. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for coming out and checking out the pedal. Thank you so much for staying with us. I think we're approaching 180 minutes. It's like 3 hours. We're approaching 3 hours somehow. Yeah, the TascFam Preamp Mark 1 prototype.
There it is.
Finer than frog hair. I want to thank all you guys for coming out, seeing so many familiar faces. Thank you, Travis. Thanks for watching, buddy.
Yeah, thank you all for coming out.
Thanks to everybody. Twin, thanks for moderating. Surfing, thanks for moderating. Appreciate you guys.
And as long as the weather is not shite, we'll catch you guys next Wednesday at Mike's Joint, and we can talk about more things in a little less haphazard fashion.
Right.
But
we covered a lot though. That's cool.
Yeah, we did. I just felt, like we were all over the place. But last week I mentioned that my boy Tad Doyle was on the stream watching with you guys, and I was bummed because I couldn't find his shirt. So I got my Tad Doyle Witch Ape Studio shirt today.
Hell yeah. Tad, if you're out there, buddy.
So give him a holler if you are in the Seattle area and need some primo recording stuff, or if you want to just
or if you want to test
out
out
with a really cool dude,
the TascFam Preamp, Tad, let us know.
Yeah, Tad's already got a couple of my pedals, so if you go record with him, you can check
out some of the original J pedals.
Yeah.
Smash the like button if you like this. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you nerd. What were you saying, Jay? Sorry, I cut you off.
I was gonna say maybe next time we could I'll break out some of my pedals and we can talk about what that stuff does too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The original Operation Audio Design.
Yeah. This is not Jay's first rodeo.
Bam!
Bam!
All right,
so, guys.
Like and subscribe, you nerds. Hit me up on email.
Yeah.
Hit him up on email.
Yeah.
Let's talk about mixes. Let's talk about reamping.
Let's talk.
Let's just talk. Talk.
I think tomorrow I'm gonna be hanging out, so you'll probably be able to hang out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be probably around.
Jay will at a minimum be in the chat.
Yeah.
But the blizzard will probably keep him from coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna be on again at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Jay's gonna be hanging out. If you guys want to hang out, I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I'll probably talk about my escapades with this tomorrow during the blizzard, because I'm gonna be going crazy with this, Jay. I'm gonna let you know.
As long as you don't get it wet.
I won't get it wet.
And don't feed it after midnight.
I can't try it in the bathtub. That's not gonna work.
I mean, I don't know what that would sound like.
Thank you, Twin. You're on point, my friend. Thank you for bumping the emails.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. Y'all
check
have
out
a good night.
Surmiser. Jay's band, Surmiser.
And then we'll catch you on chat tomorrow.
right, TascFam. Peace out. Do something you want to do tonight, all right? Peace out.